It was an easy thing to do because, you know, to be asked to be in the Olympics in your home country is one thing. To be asked to perform in that way is something else. And so it meant so much to me that I wanted to be able to keep it a surprise for everybody as well. Otherwise, we would have, you know, everyone would have missed out so much if word had got out.
And we can see in that shot just a tiny little picture of you, clearly dressed in a dress. Now, what was going on there? How much information did you have about what the Queen was wearing? Tell us all about the timing of it.
I got approached about a year ago to actually be involved in the event, and they needed me to do an assessment of the stadium to find out whether actually it was feasible or not. After that, they then had to go to the Queen and say, look, we've got this idea, how do you fancy being involved? And she gave her blessing to it. I then started going for dress fittings.
With the Queen's dressmaker?
Yeah, I did meet her actually, but essentially the Queen's dressmaker was then working alongside and in conjunction with the costume designers for the Olympics, but they had to match what the Queen had decided she was wearing. And so I went for dress fittings, and then I had to size that up with my parachute. The only time I got to jump with the costume was on the night, because they didn't want to give away what it was that she was wearing.
And the timing, just very briefly, you had an amazing countdown, didn't you?
Yeah, we knew that we had our run-in time based on the video transmission that was played on the screens and, of course, to the rest of the world. So we had our cue, and basically we had a countdown from 10. But it was very difficult to hear that because, obviously, we've got the door open and the blades...
And you landed on a bridge outside the park, and then the Queen walked in. Desiree, you were involved in that amazing close. You must have been terrified.
I actually was. I think at the start I found that my legs were shaking quite a lot, and I think it was once I started running I just got into it and I was just trying to enjoy the moment.
Were you thinking about the millions of eyes around the world that were watching you?
No, thank goodness that I didn't. But because we had in-ear pieces, I was just making sure that I could listen to them and make sure that our transitions were on time and stuff like that, so I didn't really take in all the crowd too much.
You've got the torch, the very torch that you had. If you could just hold that up a little bit for us, show the camera. It's beautiful, isn't it? You're not going to let that go in a hurry. You've been nominated by Daley Thompson, who you've not met apart from on the night.
Yes.
Because you're an incredible athlete yourself.
So that was personally like an amazing achievement for the fact that he actually knew who I was. So yeah, I was just so happy that he actually gave me the opportunity to do this.
And when you saw that the final cauldron all going up, surrounded by all these people, just tell me what it felt like to be
I think
there.
at one point I actually felt like I was about to cry, because it really was like a magical moment for like a young teen such as myself. So I just felt so proud to actually be a part of it, and just me amongst the 6 other young athletes, just to be like, this is what we done type of thing.
And how much time in your life do you spend now dedicated to your sport? I mean, has this inspired you on?
Yes, definitely. If anything, I train 3 times a week at Lee Valley Athletic Centre just to make sure that I can balance training and stuff. But I think it's kind of given me the extra motivation to stay in the sport and hopefully reach my goal of going to the 2016 Olympics.
We will be wishing you all the very best, Desiree Henry, Gary Connery. Thanks so much to both of you. It's fantastic to meet you.